Atlanta comes to Jacksonville for just the 4th time since 1996. The Jaguars look to even the series at 4 wins apiece. It's Week 12, and it's next.
He originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when his franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games. Is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. On the return, Williams. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And the Falcon offense about ready to go to work here for the first time, and leading them as he has since 2008 is the veteran quarterback, former MVP, Matt Ryan.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Ryan. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So 2 incompletions have led him to an early 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. K'Lavon Chaisson coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. Defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
The Falcons send out their punter as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense getting ready to begin this first drive, and at the helm, the #1 overall pick back in April, Trevor Lawrence, the rookie out of Clemson.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. John Kaminsky gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On 2nd and 1, Ryan got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The numbers for Pitts in that game a week ago. 6 catches, 77 yards.
And I don't know about you, partner, but if anybody ranks me in the top 10 in anything, I'm really happy, and that's exactly where he is now, number 10 in the league in receiving yards.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Ryan. Right back to Pitts again. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. So, Charles, defensively here, you're going up against a veteran quarterback. He's got a lot of know-how, a ton of savvy, but guy who's not the most mobile of quarterbacks. What's the plan of attack?
You spend all week pumping up your defensive front. Your defensive tackles, your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys who go after the quarterback the most, because you know that he's not going to run and beat you consistently throughout the game. You can rush more aggressively off the edge and even up the middle, because even if he evades you, he's not going to go very far. You have a lot more confidence going after him in the pocket.
They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. Ryan will throw again. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Ryan to throw. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Their fullback try and push the pile. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Rookie Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguar offense ready to take over. On first down, Lawrence. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Looking to throw, Lawrence. It's caught. It's Chenault again. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Lawrence. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the 1st. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Davis, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Ryan. He's got it complete. Mike Davis. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. After the run, here's 2nd and 8 from the 27. Now it's Ryan. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Now Ryan. Oh, and it's intercepted. He's trying to give it to Ridley. Picked off at the 31. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they're bringing an extra defensive back and just blanking the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Lawrence will throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Dante Fowler racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
After the sack on first down, Lawrence finds the open target, Arnold. That catch good for 5. It's third down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Lawrence to throw. Connection made with Chenault. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. The open man is sharp. It's complete. And the Jags are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Lawrence. Touchdown! It's complete. Dan Arnold, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Matt Ryan and the Falcons getting ready to go again here on offense. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now, so you're not protecting a lead, so you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again, so maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, Ryan. This is to Pitts on the quick slant. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
2nd and 5 now. Ryan. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Ryan. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 31-yard line.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field. and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Now it's Ryan.
Getting this ball out wide for Davis.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
2nd and 2. Ryan going to give this to Davis.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Ryan now off the bootleg. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Ryan. This is caught. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
Davis is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the run game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Coup for the extra point.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off.
Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense ready to go back to work.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receiver.
Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Now Lawrence.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson.
Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 2nd and 9. Lawrence. And that is incomplete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Meanwhile, Ryan's throw taken in by Ridley here.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now Ryan on first down.
He'll drop this off for Davis.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan.
Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And he's going to have a first down here as they're also into field goal range at the 28.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
To throw again is Ryan. A dump off for Davis. That catch good for only a couple. Throwing again on second down. Ryan, and he will find Ridley on the left side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Complete to Zacchaeus. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now Ryan. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Ryan.
Again, he targets Ridley. This time it's complete.
So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds.
Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency. That's going to need to improve in the second half to come.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think they...
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Dante Fowler, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
On second down now, it's Robinson. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Dante Fowler in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Here's Davis running right, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Ryan, airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow.
This is our time.
It's a big play there for Atlanta.
Well, he's been doing this for more than a decade now, showing that he's still got that arm strength from back when he was the #1 overall pick.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now it's Ryan. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on 1st and goal, so a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Ryan. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. They'll give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal. To throw is Ryan. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. A gigantic sack on 3rd and goal. A loss of 12.
And that's his second sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick here is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Rookie Trevor Lawrence of the Jaguar offense ready to take over.
They begin the drive with Robinson. A solid stiff arm. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run it now with Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Every time I see James Robinson make a run, as we just saw there, one word comes to mind for me, and that's determined. Undrafted, out of Illinois State, always doubted, and all he did, finished 6th in the NFL in rushing. What a find he was in 2020, and he expects that to continue in 2021.
Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll try the left side. Robinson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Well, James Robinson, surprise start last year as an undrafted rookie, 5'10", 220. He is a tough man to get to the ground.
Yeah, that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
Man open, here is Jones. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
ETN.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Robinson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Lawrence. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Grady Jarrett in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
The kick by Lambeau is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Williams to return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
No, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They go play action with Ryan. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Throwing again, Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
The false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. They go play action now. Ryan. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Kyle Pitts, the intended receiver.
Again, Ryan. And that'll bring up 2nd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Ryan. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
A third and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That fifth defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on second and long. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. This is Chenault on the receiving end.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
On third down, Lawrence.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Atlanta regains possession of the football. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose, and boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
The offense on third down tonight, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Davis, he'll try to run for it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical third down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
5 yards remain on second down.
Here's Ryan to throw. That's the tight end Hurst with it. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Ryan.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
And I think the ball's out. And the Jags grab it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. He's got his tight end. It's Chris Manhertz.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
On first down, Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline.
We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll look to throw.
He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
Touchdown, Jaguars.
Travis Etienne.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Important extra point up and through. And partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as it kicks away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
And now trotting back out with the rest of his offensive mates, the big tight end. And this is how the game has trended for him numbers-wise. He's really picked it up. And I got to be honest, I don't know schematically. This is where I need you. What does the defense need to do to get back to that start that they had on him?
You've got to harass him early in his route. Right off the line of scrimmage, someone needs to be there. So it's not what we call a free release where he just gets into the route so easily. Because once he builds up momentum and speed, forget it, you're done. Knock him off of that, chip away at his timing, and then make sure you have a second person there in the vicinity as well. Too big and too strong usually for one person to handle.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Ryan to throw.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And he is going to have a Falcons first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. That's caught by Pitts.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Time a factor as Ryan will hustle him to the line. On 2nd down, Davis. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Here's Ryan. And that is incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made, in my estimation.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Jacksonville set to go again offensively.
They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Here's Robinson again on second down.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. First throw in overtime now for Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Ryan. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. To throw again is Ryan. Complete to Zacchaeus. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan, Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Third and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. Now Ryan.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line.
James Robinson and the rest of the Jags offense set to go to work once more.
And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync, because early in the game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets, and you might not block them quite the way you want to, but as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
Again, it's Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. Able to complete this to Chenault. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They'll run on 1st down. It's Robinson. And down he'll go at the 25. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all time. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Partner, this is a pretty good drive they're putting together. And I know if I'm on the other sideline, that offense, kind of helpless, isn't it? Because they may not touch the football at all, because if they go down and score a touchdown, this thing's over.
Absolutely. That would write an ending to this script. We'll see what happens. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
From midfield now, Lawrence. That's out wide here for Robinson.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Arnold. This is a big spot for a rookie QB, and overtime's kind of where you earn your stripes, isn't it?
It really is, and we've talked with enough coaches and players about how these youngsters are getting into the game and playing this at such a high level so early. But overtime, that's an entirely different animal, and he's handling it well.
Yeah, starting to put together a nice drive.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Shark's got it, left side. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. On 3rd down, Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
So that's it. No double overtime until the playoffs rolled around, so that means this one ends in a tie.
Yeah, that's ultimately unsatisfying for both teams, the fan bases. Heck, for us. We came here to see a winner, right?
We did.
Winner and a loser. We didn't get it. We end up with a tie. Everyone walks away. A little bit cranky on this one.
Man.
Yeah,
MEH, man.